Episode 106, Disgusted by the Thought. Maybe it was because of the invitations, but Serena was asked to eat together with her classmates after class. It was the first time that she had ever tried to hang out with her college classmates. In the beginning, Serena felt a bit awkward, but after a couple of days, she started to get comfortable. Soon it was Friday. After class, Serena turned down the invitations to have lunch together. The driver Marcus had been waiting for her. Serena went back home and packed her stuff. After eating something, she checked the time and found it was not even 1 o'clock. However, when she was about to go to the airport, she suddenly got a shocking invite to meet at the cafe. Looking at Lila Cox, who had clearly gained a few pounds, Serena stirred the coffee in front of her, but did not drink it. Lila took a sip of her freshly squeezed juice and sighed.
I had no idea that we can sit together like this. I miss the old days and wonder since when we had changed.
Serena curled her lips. She had ended up in such a miserable situation last lifetime. If she did not stay away from Lila, that would be odd. Serena did not speak, staring at Lila as if Lila was an idiot. Lila Cox could not stand that look from Serena and lost her calm. She approached Serena and said,
I asked you out today to tell you the wonderful news.
Serena glanced at her sympathetically and sighed. What is it? Serena sounded as if she was talking to a mentally disabled person. Lila was suddenly pissed off and became furious. Although Serena had done nothing and only said one sentence, Lila could not help losing control. Seeing Lila Cox's mad face, Serena said with a subtle smile, You asked me out in such a public place, so I'm sure it's something special. It was a bustling cafe. If anything happened, everyone in town would know. Lila saw that Serena was affected and smiled contently.
Not a big deal. Just that I might have beaten you to something. 2 months ago, when I was on that business trip with Brother Jake, we did it.
Although Serena had known what she was about to say, she could not help feeling hurt and tightened her grip on the little spoon. That phone call was something Serena could never forget. However, hadn't Jake already told her that she was his first and only woman? So, she should believe him, right? Serena's reaction was minor, but Lila was able to capture it and continued with a happy smile.
Brother Jake is so different in bed from how he normally is. So passionate. Is he the same way with you?
Serena's hand froze. Don't get mad. It was so clear what Lila Cox was trying to do. She was trying to provoke Serena in a public place. If it were the old Serena, she would have jumped and thrown coffee on her face and grabbed her hair, yelling at her. At this moment, God knows how many people were staring at Miss Serena Clark Robinson. If this kind of news ever got out, Jake and the entire Robinson family would be put on the spot. That was exactly what Lila Cox wanted. Serena had always known that she was not the smartest person, but that did not mean that she was dumb. Facing Lila, Serena was extraordinarily calm and said sarcastically, Is that right? Her voice was so flat that it seemed she did not care. Lila Cox did not see what she had expected and felt a bit confused. Serena had become more and more intelligent and harder for her to control. Clearly, that was not good news to Lila. No one spoke. 2 minutes passed and it felt incredibly awkward. Lila Cox could not stand it anymore and looked like she was struggling.
Serena, I think I should tell you something else.
What is it?
I am pregnant. The baby is Brother Jake's."
Serena looked slightly surprised, put down the spoon, and looked at her. Seeing that Serena had finally reacted, Lila continued.
"It's about 3 months old. It's a boy, and has a heartbeat already. The Robinson family really values a son who could carry the family name. I'm sure they don't want the boy to become a bastard. So, Serena, could I ask you to step aside? I know that you must be very angry right now, but please don't do anything reckless. Brother Jake cares about this baby a lot, but he did not want you to be upset, and that's why he sent me to talk to you. He wishes that you could let him go."
Serena did not speak, but felt amused. This woman would do anything just to disgust her. Lila saw Serena sneer and probed.
"Do you know that he said he had never touched you? And that he had loved nobody else but me?"
After she said that, Lila stared at Serena. Hearing those words, Serena's eyes shifted. Overjoyed, Lila thought, so it was real? So, the only time Jake had ever had sex was with her in Australia? What a surprise. Reminded of his voice and body at that night, Lila Cox could not help feeling excited. Lila could not help herself and said again,
"Do you know that his favorite position was to take me from behind? It used to hurt, but he had really been very gentle with me ever since he knew that I was pregnant. Brother Jake is such a great man. Last time, Auntie also told me that he did not like you that much, and had not really accepted you. I guess that's why he had come back to me again and again."
Each word was like a punch in Serena's face. She had no idea what position Jake liked. However, she would not believe anything Lila Cox said. She had been lied to 1,000,000 times by Lila in her previous lifetime. At least she knew that Jake did not deign to lie to anybody. So she would be no exception, right? Serena persuaded herself inwardly and looked at Lila Cox with a cold look, asking, "Do you know what pathological obsession is?" She was calling Lila delusional. "In entire Austin, 80% of women want to bear my husband's child. You've tried to seduce him so many times that if he liked you even just a little, it would be impossible for him to resist that. In addition..." Serena stood up, approached Lila and whispered, "Doggy style is the position that he dislikes the most." Seeing Lila Cox's face that had darkened suddenly, Serena felt much better and added, "That way, he would feel that he's fucking a bitch, which is sick, don't you think?" Lila bristled and growled.
"What do you mean?"
Serena was calling her a bitch. Serena stepped back, smiled elegantly, took her purse and said, "I have other business to attend to, and must leave now." She had no idea whether Jake Robinson liked doggy style. However, Serena had deliberately said that.